As soon as the Yadu dynasty family members saw the residents of Vrindavan, they stood up to welcome them, and it appeared that they had again regained their lives. Both parties had been very eager to meet, and when they actually came forward and met, they embraced one another to their heart's satisfaction and remained in embrace for a considerable time. After this, Krishna's mother, Devaki, and Balrama's mother, Rohini, both embraced Mother Yasoda. They said,
"Dear Queen Yasoda Devi, both you and Nanda Maharaja have been great friends to us, and when we remember you, we are immediately overwhelmed by the thought of your friendly activities. We are so indebted to you that even if we were to return your benediction by giving you the opulence of the King of Heaven, it would not be enough to repay you for your friendly behavior. We shall never forget your kindly behavior toward us. When both Krishna and Balrama came on earth, they were entrusted to your care, and you raised them as your own children. Fostering them as birds take care of their offspring in the nest. You have nicely fed, nourished and loved them, and have performed many auspicious religious ceremonies for their benefit. Actually, they are not our sons, they belong to you. Nanda Maharaja and yourself are the real father and mother of Krishna and Balrama. As long as they were under your care, they had not even a pinch of difficulty. Under your protection, they were completely out of the way of all kinds of fear. This most affectionate care which you have taken for them is completely befitting your elevated position. The most noble personalities do not discriminate between their own sons and the sons of others, and there cannot be any personalities more noble than Nanda Maharaja and yourself."
Krishna was sitting with Mother Yasoda, Devaki, and Rohini, but when they were engaged in talking, he approached the Gopis. He began to encourage them, saying,
"My dear friends, you know that both Lord Balrama and myself left Vrindavan just to please our relatives and family members. Thus we were long engaged in fighting with our enemies and were obliged. The creation of this cosmic manifestation, during its maintenance, and after its dissolution, everything is but a different manifestation of my energy. And because the energy is not separate from me, it is to be concluded that I am existing in everything. I request that instead of being so afflicted, you try to accept everything with a philosophical attitude. Then you will understand that you are always with me and that there is no cause of lamentation in our being separated from one another."
The Gopis therefore prayed to Krishna.
Dear Krishna, from your navel emanated the original lotus flower, which is the birth site of Brahma. No one can estimate your glories or your opulence, which therefore remain always a mystery even to the highest thoughtful men, the masters of all yogic power. The conditioned soul fallen in the dark well of this material existence can very easily take shelter of your lotus feet. Then his liberation is guaranteed. We therefore request that you remain within our hearts as the rising sun, and that will be your greatest benediction."
After talking with the Gopis and bestowing upon them the greatest benediction, Lord Krishna came to welcome King Yudhishthir and other relatives who had come to see him. King Yudhishthir inquired,
"My dear Lord Krishna, great personalities and devotees in full Krishna consciousness always think of your lotus feet and remain fully satisfied by drinking the nectar of transcendental bliss. The nectar which they constantly drink sometimes comes out of their mouths and is sprinkled on others as the narration of your transcendental activities. This nectar coming from the mouth of a devotee is so powerful that if one is fortunate enough to have the opportunity to drink it, he immediately becomes freed from the continuous journey of birth and death. Our material existence is caused by our forgetfulness of your personality, but fortunately, the darkness of forgetfulness is immediately dissipated if one is privileged to hear about your glories. Therefore, my dear Lord, where is the possibility of ill fortune for one who is constantly engaged in hearing your glorious activities? Since we are fully surrendered unto you and have no other shelter than your lotus feet, we are always confident of our good fortune. My dear Lord, you are the ocean of unlimited knowledge and transcendental bliss. The result of the action of mental concoction is to exist in the three temporary phases of material life: wakefulness, sleep, and deep sleep. But these conditions cannot exist in Krishna consciousness. All such reactions are invalidated by practice of Krishna consciousness. You are the ultimate destination of all liberated persons. Out of your independent will only, You have descended on this earth by the use of your own internal potency, Yogamaya, and in order to re-establish the Vedic principles of life. You are the supreme person. There cannot, therefore, be any ill luck for one who has fully surrendered unto you.
When Lord Krishna was busy meeting various kinds of visitors, and while they were engaged in offering prayers to the Lord, the female members of the Kuru dynasty and the Yadu dynasty took the opportunity of meeting with one another and engaging in talk of Lord Krishna's transcendental pastimes. The first inquiry was made by Draupadi to the wives of Lord Krishna. Please stay tuned for the next episode to find out what Draupadi talked about. In the meantime, please read the Krishna book translated from Sanskrit by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Krishna and Radharani bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Hare Krishna.